You can't support candidates. If you're a candidate, you will understand how important that is, and I want each and every one of you to be a candidate. Support your organization, whether it's this organization, another organization, if it's politically active, if it's socially active, if it's philanthropic, support them to the best of your ability. There's a thing in the Bible that talks about the widow's mites. It's such as I have. You know, what can I give? What can I provide? And that's what our job is, to do this. That's what's happened to this nation. We have abdicated our responsibility over the last 30 years, and we have allowed them to drive the narrative, and we have listened to them, and we have backed down from them because we were afraid to stand up and say, you're wrong. That's all you got to do. What do you do if a bully comes up and attacks you? You get back in the bully's face. Now, the bully may knock you down, but if you get back up, the bully's going to say, wait a minute, I don't want any more of this. And they're going to walk off. That's the mentality of a bully. So just remember that. The next thing is communicate. Congress is every 2 years. We're talking about the election cycle for these people. And this is how often they have to communicate to you. Remember, you are their boss. You elect them. They ask you for your money. They ask you for your vote. Get something back from them. Let them know. And when you write your congressman, don't tell them, you know, listen, I was thinking about calling you a booger-eating moron, but I don't think it'd be a nice thing to say to you, so I'm just going to keep that thought to myself. Don't do that. Call them up, tell them, say, listen, I really like what you're doing. Thank you for everything that you're doing. Do that 2 or 3 times, and then tell them, say, you know, on this thing over here, can you tell me why you did that? They might have a reason for it. And if they have a reason that's really poor, let them know that that's a poor reason for it, and that you don't appreciate it. But don't go in there just to browbeat them all the time. Just a little bit to life. So anyway, these are some of the things. And then we have the down races, and we talked about these. Know the key players. Who are the key players? Staff. The staff of the people. And the central committee is the person that elects these key players. This is really important because they are the ones that elect the key players. I'm saying the key players, the people on the staff that get you in to see the people that are elected. I have several elected officials that come up to me and they say, Woody, anytime I see you, if you come up to Sacramento, you come to Washington, D.C., you know, just stop by and say hi. And you know, I got to thinking about that one day. I said, wow, I must be important. No, I'm not important. They know me because I've developed relationships with their staffs over the years. I've worked with these people. I've campaigned with these people. Some of them have campaigned for me. And I've been to various different Tea Party events and everything. So it's just a relationship we built. And then I built the relationship with the elected official. I had one of the elected officials came out and said, we went through some difficult times. Said, I really support you. You know, Woody, you and Donna came out and said, I really appreciate that. You stuck behind me. I said, you know, I said, listen, Senator, you did a good job. You didn't do anything illegal or immoral, and I will support you to the end of time as long as you don't. I said, but you know, you have to realize we are no longer friends. You are now an elected official. We are no longer friends. We're not campaigning together anymore. You are now an elected official. There's a relationship there that we built over the years. He respected that. And that's one of the things that, you know, it wasn't coming across harsh, it wasn't coming across cruel or anything like that. Consolidate, group efforts. Know what other groups are doing, support the other groups. This goes back to synergy. You know, what can we do from a synergistic effect to drive this and drive the narrative? Know the zip codes. 120 zip codes in San Diego County. There's 114 of them that are important that we want to look at. Everybody knows their zip code. Everybody understands that. And we're going to be doing something a little bit later on about zip czars and talking about that. Here again, know the players, the zip czars. Zip czars. Obama gave us czars. He gave us hundreds of czars. Well, that's what we want to do. We want to develop zip czars, zip code, zone, area, regional supervisors, zip czars. Kind of a play in it. People like it. Some people don't like it as well. It reminds me of Obama. I said, yeah. And then we got some online tools. We talk about this. If we have time on another time, we'll talk about some of these other things. But one of the things that we have to remember is that if you look in the Department of Justice report, as a Tea Party, you are on Obama's and the Justice Department's enemies list. Tea Parties are involved in that as terrorists. You are a terrorist. I am a terrorist. Yeah, page 62 of the Department of Justice. You can go into the Eagle Forum website, you can look it up, go down to page 62 of this document. It's a PDF document, it's a couple hundred pages long. And on page 62, you can look in there and guess what? It's got you listed along with. It doesn't say that you're a terrorist, but it lumps you in there with all of the terrorists.
Returning vets.
Yeah, veterans. I'm a veteran. I'm a gun owner. I'm a member of NRA. I'm a member of several different Tea Parties. I'm a member of the Eagle Forum. I'm a member of a Kiwanis Club Labs. I'm a member of the Lions Club. I'm a member of the Disabled American Veterans. I'm a member of the VFWs. All of these are listed in there as people that you of concern, let's say. So anyway, that's part of what we're talking about here. Now, one of the other things, real quick.
How about the Occupy people?
The Occupy, they love them. They absolutely love them. This is the SDvote.com. Now, on this one, there's a couple of different things. You go, what are my elected districts and officials? If you go to this portion of the website, you go into what are my elected officials and districts, you can go in there and click it twice and it brings you up and it'll ask you your address and it will list every district in the county that you are part of at that address. So it'll show you supervisor district, it'll show you city council districts, it'll show you state assembly district, it'll show you all that stuff. So it's not magic, it's there. It's just where you get it. One of the other things that's on here that they just put up last week.
What does that say that you just pointed to?
This says, what are my electing districts / officials?
And it's current as of the last time.
It's current as of February. They just got it up last week. They just got, well, here, we'll take a second, we'll see how long it takes to bring it up. So you go here, you go to proceed, you go to here, and it asks you for your street address.
Is that SD.com?
SDvote.com.
Oh, okay.
1666. Barnett. 92109. See, they use zip codes also. They try to make it a little bit more difficult. And then we submit the query. And this is everything that comes up here. So I live in the 1st County Board of Education District. I live in the 39th Senatorial District, the 4th Supervisorial District, the 52nd Congressional District, the 78th State Assembly District, the 2nd City Council District, the San Diego Community College District A, the 4th Board of Equalization District, and then if I go in here and list all the countywide, this gives you everything, and it will take you to the elected official who is currently elected to that, all of the incumbents. You can click in that and go to it. So that's kind of an important...
Those are all hyperlinks is what you're saying?
Yeah, those are all hyperlinks, exactly.
Wow.
So that's under that one. Now the other one that's kind of, and it gives you a lot of other information, but the other one's kind of neat on here, is you go here to district maps, and you've got large maps of the county and the districts, you got precinct maps, and you got handout maps. The handout maps are good for groups like this. You can print them out and you can see what district you're in. Let me go to, I think it's this one that gives you both. Yeah. This one, it gives you the assembly district, it gives you the old district, and it gives you the new districts. Assembly, Board of Supervisors, Congressional District, San Diego School Districts, Senatorial Districts. So you can get it, you can see what your old district was and what your new district was.
What's GIS stand for? Government something?
Yeah, it's Government Information Services. It's right down, it's catty corner, about 2 blocks away from Registrar of Voters office. You can go in there and you can get big blow-up wall maps. They're about $40, and you can get overlays for them and all kinds of things. When you're running a campaign, you'll get some of these large maps of whatever district it is. You'll get an overlay for the zip code. You'll get an overlay for the precincts. You'll get an overlay for all kinds of different things. They'll come up with a map or anything you want. So if you go in here and look, for instance, this gives you, here are all of the new assembly districts and the outline of them. And you can go down to each one of these and it'll take it down to a smaller area, and then you can also see what precincts are inside of it. So it's a wealth of information that's on there. You want to know what district you're in? Here's where you go find it. You want your neighbors to know what it is? Give them this link. Tell them to go there and find this out. This is information. Now, how many of you got your cards? We're about ready to wrap this up. How many of you have not filled them out? You have not filled them out? Okay, we're going to put you guys in the corner. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I don't have a meeting that doesn't have at least a couple of action items. We've already done a couple of action items. One is we've talked about these cards. We've filled out these cards. The next action item that we talked about is support your group. Make a contribution to your group. however small, like the widow's mite. It's not how much, it's that you're doing